That is the hardest part of that ring.
For the hardest part of the ring.
Hello and welcome to episode number 52 of Hardest Part of the Ring, the podcast where four friends get together to discuss the wonder of professional wrestling. I'm Adam, and with me for the final podcast of 2018 is Sam.
God, I thought you were going to say the final time. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Sorry guys.
Not how you tell us that news, Adam.
John, as you can hear, is also
Hello.
here. And Brett is here as well.
Hello.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Ready for Christmas?
Yes, super
Not in the slightest.
Why not?
I've not started any Christmas shopping. That's tomorrow.
Oh,
That's jeez.
This is why we had to do our Secret Santa on the last pod, because we wouldn't be getting anything from Brett.
That's downright irresponsible.
It is, isn't it? It's outrageous.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Sam, but are you going to be buying? I mean, we were talking before we started recording, and you were looking on the WWE shop. Something that caught your eye?
Yeah. So I was thinking, you know what I could do with my life? A WWE title belt, as you do. Do you guys want to take guesses at the Elite Series WWE title belt cost?
Elite Series.
is this for all belts, or is it graded
No,
depending on championship?
There's a lot.
Is it like a full replica? So has it got the diamonds?
As far as I'm aware.
Has it got the diamonds in it?
For the price it says, I fucking hope so.
£250.
A little bit more.
400.
600.
Oh, there we go.
A little bit more.
Oh my God.
800.
Little bit more.
Whoa.
1,000?
We're talking. Now, this is the reduced price, £1,350.
I mean, that's
bloody hell.
not a little bit more than 250.
No, it isn't.
I mean,
in the bigger scheme of things.
In
God,
Sam's
no
life,
wonder
that's
people
just a
take
little
them to live shows and hold them up all the time. They cost
If
so
I
much fucking money.
spent £1,300 on a belt, I would be wearing it every day and to bed.
Yeah,
I understand why Brock Lesnar doesn't defend it anymore.
I'd be getting extra wide belt hoops put into my jeans so I could wear it as a legit belt.
Oh God, yeah. I'd be wearing it Uso style around my neck.
Yeah, every day I'd wear it in a different location, round the neck, round the shoulder, on the waist occasionally.
Very nice. Just holding it up as you're walking down the street, Becky Lynch style.
Easily, yeah.
Ah, good.
If I ever did any DIY work, up a ladder, just kind of chain it up there, get it down every time.
Take ages though.
Yeah, absolutely
It'd be a lot of
ages to
work.
set up the ladder. Anyway, good. Yeah, Christmas is around the corner. But before then, we have our WWE TLC 2018 review to round up the year. Last week, we did our end-of-year quiz, so go back and have a listen to that, and feel free to send us in how you got on. Surely better than us. I won't reveal who was victorious, just in case you haven't listened yet, but yeah, go and have a listen to that. This week, we're doing TLC. We've got Hardest Question of the Week coming up later, and we're also going to be announcing the winner of our biggest ever giveaway that we set up on episode 50. And yeah,
Which does not include a title belt.
no,
Yet.
unfortunately not, but it does involve a lot of lovely stuff, and it's probably worth about £1,250, right?
At least.
£1,350.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Right. Anyway, let's talk about TLC after this.
And Ripley, oh, backdrop, spine first on the hardest part of the ring.
WWE TLC 2018 was held at the SAP Center, or the SAP Center as they insist on calling it, in San Diego, California, with an attendance of 13,408 people. And did you notice, it should have been 13,409, but the guy with the green shirt, who's always in the front row, he wasn't there.
Tommy Wiseau's friend, he wasn't there.
Sadly,
What
I
was
did
going
notice
on?
that.
I know.
That was.
I hope he's
yeah.
okay.
Get well soon, green happy shirt guy.
Do you reckon he's just like, I've had enough? I've just spent my whole life savings. I've lost my family. I've lost my home.
What match do you think it was that tipped him over the edge? Because I think might be a Natalia Ruby Riott run.
Yeah, that might. I mean, that would put me over the edge.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. I found him on Twitter, and this was before this, so don't worry, I haven't been trying to find out what he was up to. But I was trying to get him on as a guest because I thought it'd be really interesting to hear about his travels and his travails and his favourite matches and stuff. But for all we know, he could be dead.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ah, yeah.
Let's hope he's not now.
Visited by 3 ghosts.
We've got to be ready for all
Yeah.
eventualities. Okay?
Eddie Guerrero, Macho Man, and
Oh,
someone
who's the
fat.
third ghost?
Needs some fat. Big John Stud.
Perfect.
Is he dead?
Yeah, Big John Stud's dead.
Did
Died of
that.
cancer.
Oh, okay.
He's well
Cool.
dead. So yeah, TLC consisted of 10 bloody matches. 12 if you
Too
include,
many. It's what it consisted of. Too bloody many matches.
12 if you include the pre-show.
Which we don't.
Pre-show Jones, did you watch it?
Oh, no. No, I didn't.
Oh.
You are doing a bad job with that moniker.
I
recently.
failed this week.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to revert to calling you just Jones.
Yeah, I totally
Okay.
forgot about it, actually.
I might go back and watch the Alexander Buddy Murphy match. Bet that was good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You could be forgiven for thinking that you've accidentally watched the pre-show with the beginning of this
Yeah.
review.
Yep.
We will get to that.
And also the middle. The middle was very pre-show.
And also the end. No. So the pre-show consisted of 2 matches. As John mentioned, we had the Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy, which I've read good things about, but I don't think they can have a bad match. And they had a great match at the Super Showdown, of course. Was it Super Showdown? Yeah, that was the Australian one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got something right. And the second pre-show match was a ladder match between Elias and Bobby Lashley, which apparently wasn't quite as good. So
Surprise.
let's just move swiftly on from that. The 10 matches in the main card were, and I'll do it as quick as I can, R-Truth and Carmella versus Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal, The Bar versus the Usos versus The New Day, Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman in a TLC match, Natalya versus Ruby Riott in a tables match, Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton in a chairs match, Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
Well done, Adam.
Yeah.
That was
Very well done.
very good.
Thanks, guys. Didn't mess up once. We're going to do the usual thing. We're going to talk about the key matches. So we picked out the 4 big matches. Then we're going to go and talk about the best of the rest, the worst of the rest, pick out a star performer, and give the whole pay-per-view a rank out of 10.
And then we're going to take an hour and talk about the worst of the rest.
Hey, don't spoil it.
joking.
We might be really positive. I think we're going to be positive about some of it. And we're feeling good. We're feeling festive.
It's a tables, ladders, and chairs of 2 halves.
It totally is. So the key matches, why not start with the main event, the match that most people are probably most excited about, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Asuka in the first ever women's TLC match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I was very excited for this.
It feels like there's a lot of qualifying caveats there to make that the first ever. Like, it's the first ever women's TLC triple threat women SmackDown Championship. Like, there's a lot of different areas there to make it into the first one.
Well, it is the first ever women's TLC match, isn't it?
Well, they should have just said that.
Well, they did. They did. I just added the extra detail for the listeners.
No. I heard Michael Cole. I heard him.
Well, they're just giving all the
qualifying
info.
it.
Okay, fine, Sam. We'll
Sometimes-
do it your way. Becky, Charlotte,
Okay,
Asuka,
cool.
wrestling match.
And the first ever women's wrestling match. And damn, it was good.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those matches when they announce it, you're like, oh, that's going to be so good. And normally those matches tend to be okay because the anticipation's a bit too much, but this really delivered.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this, in the best possible way, gave me a lot of Attitude Era vibes. I felt like it was kind of probably the closest I can think of to a kind of Mankind, Stone Cold, The Rock sort of setup that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they really
Yeah.
put their bodies on the line. It was
Oh,
some nasty bumps.
Yeah, when Becky jumped onto Charlotte from the
that was
ladder,
amazing.
that
Oh, that looked
landed like directly on her. I was like, jeez.
That was a Mario bump. That was.
Yeah.
Charlotte took all of that. Yeah, she really did.
Yeah.
She's going to have some internal
But-
bruising.
Oh,
Let's talk about Charlotte's spear to Asuka.
Oh,
through
Charlotte
the,
Flair's spear.
whoa.
It might be my favourite spear in wrestling.
yeah.
It just
Yeah,
looks
that's
so good.
It is, yeah.
Was that through the barricades?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
And I'm sure we're going to get to talking about Asuka quite a lot because obviously Brett's a massive fan and, well, all of you guys are a massive fans. But I think I could watch Charlotte and Becky fight all day. Or literally fight forever, like everyone always says. They're so
They're definitely
great.
at that level, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so good.
And I think they could do it. I think they could probably do a 24-hour match.
24-hour match.
It's a big shout. I mean, we struggled with a 5-hour pay-per-view here.
Hey, I'd watch
Could you
24
imagine
hours.
like toilet breaks, food breaks?
They'll be doing that soon. The first ever women's 24-hour match. It will happen. And I'm there for it.
For the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match quite a lot. I don't know if it was the best wrestling match I've seen from these people. I don't even think it was the best match on the card, if I'm honest. But I thought it was a very good match with a lot of kind of hard-hitting spots. I love what Charlotte's doing with the kendo stick as well at the moment, kind of really making that weapon her own.
Yeah, she's Triple H in that, isn't she?
I don't know how
absolutely.
much you can diss it in the wrestling states when it's a TLC match, though, because they're never like wrestling spectaculars, are they?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very fair point.
They're brawls,
Yeah.
and I thought that actually fits what Becky's obviously doing really well at the moment and why everyone's loving her. And like you say, the Attitude Era part, I think she certainly fits into that mould brilliantly.
Yeah.
Like
I think
her doing
Everyone
this,
loving her, Brett.
her doing this is better than her in a more normal wrestling match.
Yeah, the feud that they've got going on, those two, has really suited these matches, and obviously the build up to them. So they've been able to use the kendo sticks and the chairs, and the last one-on-one match they had with the last woman standing. It's just worked really well, and I can't really imagine. I mean, I'm well up for it. I'm well up for a straight one-on-one match, but it's just all the extra details have really helped this feud. Because they hate each other, and they've been able to beat the shit out of each other.
I'm very happy that kind of Asuka has found her way into the main event as well.
Yes.
Kind of, I'm loving Becky.
Well, she's the champ. We should just come out and say that straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of like I've been, really enjoying Becky and Charlotte's feud and the work they've been doing, but have felt like Asuka's been sidelined for quite a while, and it's reassuring to see her kind of in the spot that she is, and where they're going to go with that should be interesting.
The great thing about this is it developed everyone's storyline moving forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just there's so many possibilities which are exciting. It's great. I love this match.
I think this is actually one of the better things about this pay-per-view is that kind of they acknowledged two previous events with the Becky Lynch punching out Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And then Ronda coming out and interrupting this match. And, if I had a criticism, I would say the jump off the ladder was a bit weak for the finish. But kind of generally, it's kind of cool to see WWE acknowledging previous storylines and actually not forgetting stuff.
So there was Charlotte and Asuka battling at the top of the ladder, the classic ladders match, sort of half-assed, reaching out for the belt kind of stuff, but you can't really forgive that. If they went all in, one of them would just grab the belt, so they can't do that.
It's so much worse as well with Charlotte, who is so tall.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just reach and get it. You don't even need the ladder.
So they had that with Charlotte and Asuka, and then they had that with Charlotte and Becky, and then, as you mentioned, out comes Ronda to a lot of boos. And I did think at the time, this isn't great if they want to keep her as the big baby face. She's going to get a lot of boos for this, and she'll get boos no doubt on Raw, and she did get a few on Raw last night as well.
I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm starting to turn a little bit on Ronda.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
I'm getting the vibe where it's like, I'm kind of sick of you going through everyone now. Like,
It's the Asuka thing.
Have you seen how good she is, though?
it's the Asuka problem. She's great. She's really good, but that doesn't just mean like the entire division should bow down. I have a real problem with streaks in wrestling.
I think she does need to lose soon. The trouble is, it's difficult who she loses to, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing
it has
is,
to be at WrestleMania, doesn't it? It has to be.
Yeah, her biggest competitors at the moment are the three in this match. Like the people that could, legitimately challenge her at the moment and be a viable winner is these three.
All on a different brand, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is the issue.
I was going to say, like, they need to do a better job with the Raw Women's division then, and I think kind of feeding them all to Ronda Rousey isn't going to help that. Like,
I mean, who are you gonna push? Maybe Ruby Riott.
Ember Moon.
Yeah, I suppose
Ember Moon
but
needs
it's a
more
bit soon
time
for Ember.
Yeah, I think to be a
but, like,
I
legitimate
think she could put
contender.
a great match. I think she's
you've got to
amazing.
build that.
I don't
like,
mean
division.
Ember Moon couldn't put on a great match. I just think character-wise and her standing in Raw at the moment,
Certainly.
she needs to be more behind her.
What they've done is they've elevated one superstar so far beyond the rest of them that it's become uncompetitive. And when that happens, it hurts the entire division.
Yeah, but then maybe with this nonsense that's going on at the moment, they're going to do some call-ups, which will
also,
even
don't
things
worry,
out.
guys. It looks like Ronda's moving into a feud with Natalia, so don't worry. Everything's all right.
I mean, surely when this match finished and Asuka got the belt, a lot of people are going to be gutted that Becky's lost it. And then I think a lot of people were thinking, okay, well, we keep hearing about this Vince shake-up. Surely Becky's going to go to Raw. And that could still happen.
Yeah,
it didn't happen on Raw, and I was gutted that it didn't happen because that would be brilliant.
I'd be worried if that happened because SmackDown's a really good show at the moment. It's like quite well put together, good wrestling on it. Raw is not that.
Yeah, but the authority are here now.
SmackDown a lot at the moment.
The authority are here to sort it out, John. Did you see? On Raw?
Yeah, I saw, and I'm like,
they're going to fix it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Solve a problem with a problem, that is.
Exactly.
it's all Baron Corbin's fault. Let's get rid of Baron
But
Corbin.
they did say they're going to mix things up. They're going to introduce some new names and new matchups and things. So, yeah, I think there's going to potentially be some call-ups. But I think it makes sense to get Becky over there.
Yeah.
I think they need to do something with the Raw Women's Division because
then she could actually win the
They
belt
need to do
off
something with
Ronda.
the Raw's Women's Division, the Raw Tag Division, the Raw Men's Division.
There's a lot of problems with Raw.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't want to take away from what was a very good triple threat match. You know, this was a very enjoyable match, and, all three of them did a great job.
Do you know what I really liked about it, especially considering the match that came before it, is that all three women in this felt like they really wanted it.
Yeah.
Like they were knocking lumps out of each other. Like they really wanted that belt. I love that determination. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't see Asuka winning it. And so the way that she did win it, it did work. I mean, it did look a bit rubbish. It's like, how were they flawed from being pushed over off the ladder?
Yeah,
but
I think Ronda needed to bring a kendo stick, just kind of that measured bit of vengeance.
Yeah, but it was nice. And I was pleased that the crowd were into it as well. Like, the crowd were really chuffed for Asuka. They weren't booing because it wasn't Becky.
Yeah, she's super over.
Yeah.
Asuka. She's great.
I mean, it's hard to hate Asuka.
Yeah.
She's such a good wrestler.
She's really good.
Okay, well, definitely a contender for Match of the Night. I know there'll be probably one other contender, maybe another, but we will see. The next match we're going to talk about was the match for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Sorry, the new Daniel Bryan.
I loved this match.
This was hard hitting, wasn't it, this match?
This was a great match.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time for this one. I think for me, this was almost indie wrestling-esque. I think there was a lot of kind of great hard-hitting wrestling, a lot of cool sequences. I particularly enjoyed the Boston Crab into the LeBell Lock.
Yeah, I've never heard of a LeBell Lock before.
Yeah, man. It's just cool. I'm enjoying heel Daniel Bryan. I think this was AJ's best match in a long time.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan's moveset works so well as a heel as well. Just like the strikes, the holds.
As an in-ring heel, he is excellent. I think he's good on the mic as well, but he does everything in the ring perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought this match had a lot of great spots in it. They were all executed really well. Just some real classic wrestling, I thought. I really had a lot of time for this match. It was actually probably one of my favourites I've seen this year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What do you think, Brett?
I wouldn't go that far. I thought it was much better from the men in WWE because, the women have been killing it at the moment, so I won't tar all of WWE with that brush, but this definitely was stepping up for the men recently. It was really good, and it was nice to see AJ Styles being better. I'm loving Daniel Bryan as this heel because his whole thing with Brie was just starting to make me really dislike him as a character.
The Bellas would do that to a person.
Yeah, and then it just made him really annoying, but now he's turned heel and he's rocking cardigans out to the ring, so I'm totally on board with Daniel Bryan. But no, it was really good, and it was better than we've got. And the hard hitting part was definitely felt more indie wrestling.
Yeah, it definitely did. Be interested to see where Styles goes after this, actually.
Yeah.
AJ Styles
was very much a clean win.
He gets a bloody mouth in every match he has.
Do you reckon you just choose a razor blade or something?
Maybe.
He just needs a gum shield.
I reckon he's biting his lip. He's like, oh, God, I'm good at wrestling. He's just biting his lips so hard.
Is this like maybe hopeful for the indie fan that, like, I haven't read any more whether he's actually signed a new contract yet or not, or whether yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. I mean, he's got family, like the security.
He doesn't actually have a family though, because Samoa Joe's taken his family.
Apparently, though, the family side of things is like he doesn't. Remember he went from TNA where he was always wrestling mostly in one location, being around his family and everything, and then he went to Japan and all this. Now WWE, where he's everywhere but with his family. Yeah. Like, I think that's meant to be a factor in him not wanting to wrestle as many dates.
So what would you want to see, Brett? Where would you want him to go?
Well, whether this, this big thing of Cody Rhodes and this NFL guy, whether they're going to set up this, all elite wrestling.
Yeah.
It would be an amazing coup if they got AJ.
They've teased it, haven't they, with that image, with him in there.
I'd be surprised if they do.
I'd be very, very surprised.
I want to see him down at Riptide. I want to see him take that belt off Mambo.
What I would say is that AJ he's how old is he? Like 40 something or 40? He's, definitely approaching the end of his career, I would say.
I mean, have you
still
seen Kane? He's still going strong.
Good point.
AJ, the Undertaker.
AJ is 41.
What am I thinking? Yeah,
40. Yeah, no, he's still got some time. But it would make sense that, if he gets a decent enough payday elsewhere and he doesn't have to tour so much, it's not that crazy. And say he ends up, getting the opportunity to wrestle the likes of Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Back to the match, though, back to AJ in the match. That calf crusher he did towards the end was huge, wasn't it? That was amazing. I love that.
This is one of the things I really enjoyed about the match, is that they made all the submissions seem like they were ones where you could tap out to them. Even a half Boston Crab, like something as simple as that. And AJ made it look as if it was absolutely just so painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of AJ, but he is very good at what he does.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, my general thoughts on this match are that it was good. It was really good, but at no point was I ever sort of on the edge of my seat or like really pumped up from it. I sort of feel as if they have had some good matches so far, but they're still yet to have like a classic that you think that they probably are capable of.
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's just because
that seems to be a criticism we lay at AJ quite often. Like
That's
these matches
true.
with Samoa Joe.
Since the matches with John Cena.
I mean, you got to remember how good those matches were. That's the thing. Like, that set the bar so high.
Yeah, and
I think these two can do it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing it at WrestleMania or something. Although, when's his contract supposed to actually end? Is it the end of the year?
He debuted at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble,
I think it is.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Next key match, we went for the Raw Women's Championship match between Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. And we're going to go to Ronda Rousey's number one fan, Brett.
Yes.
What do you make of it, Brett?
I really enjoyed it. I didn't think that this matchup was like, I'm not going to say it's match of the night or anything. But again, like Ronda Rousey with that step up knee and then that step up like punch, like she just brings stuff that looks so good. And then crossbody to the outside, like she hits these moves that just look great.
I mean, as well, the sequence with the suplex to, what was it? The
chokehold and then the pin.
Yeah, that whole section was very cool and very impressive by both wrestlers. Like Nia especially, who kind of isn't the most athletic wrestler, kind of performing a really good...
No. I thought, Nia looked great. And it was a lot. And Ronda was selling well, but Nia, I thought, used her sort of power and her strength really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when she flings somebody into a barricade...
I love that spot. I remember her doing it at WrestleMania to Alexa Bliss and thought, that's really good. And
I mean, Alexa's probably quite easy to chuck around, but Ronda is a bit taller, a bit more built than Alexa, and it still looks great.
How do we feel about Tamina Snuka nowadays?
let's just not talk about Tamina. Let's focus on this match.
One of my favourite moments of this entire pay-per-view was after this match when Becky beats up Nia backstage.
Hell yeah.
And then Tamina just comes lolloping down the corridor afterwards. Like, oh, sorry, boss, what happened? Why are you on the floor?
Tamina being too late to a murder. What's the odds?
Oh,
we might have to cut that.
Hell, we're keeping it in, but we're moving on quickly. This at the time was my match of the night, and I think it's probably level with the main event for me because because it was the match that got me excited. Because the whole thing so far, I don't think it was absolutely awful. I just think it was all kind of okay until now. And this match actually got me excited. And again, Ronda was just innovating throughout the match. She delivers every time. She's doing stuff that we either haven't seen before, or it just looks like it's brand new because of the way that she does it and the way that she approaches it. And then that kiss, the kiss to the hashtag face breaker at the end, and the armbar looked nasty, and loved it. She's just brilliant.
Yeah. When I came into this match, I was ready for it to be. I thought this was going to be my least favourite Ronda match so far because I haven't liked the build. I'm not really digging Nia at the moment, but Ronda still killed it. She was awesome in this match.
So I mean, Ronda is a great wrestler and she's always innovating, which is awesome. My problem with this match was like, out of the whole card, this was the most predictable result, which kind of threw me on it a little bit. And like I said, I'm at the point now where it's like, pay-per-view, Ronda Rousey versus whoever, and it'll be an all right match, and then Ronda will just make him tap out at the end. And I'm starting to kind of grow a bit sick of that.
I get that, but you say, it'll be an all right match. It wasn't an all right match. It was much better. It's not like having Brock Lesnar going, okay, now we know what's going to happen. It's going to be. I suppose
the problem I have is just the predictable ending. Like, you're right, the match itself was good, but like the ending is always the same, and that's what I'm struggling with.
I mean, she's not had that many matches for it to be.
It's not like it's been going on for.
No,
every single one of her matches has ended the same way.
Yeah, she's winning. And she's putting the armbar on, but it's not like she's had a streak of 20 odd matches where it's all the same.
She's undefeated since WrestleMania.
Yeah, but she hasn't wrestled that many times, has she?
Eight matches or something like
that. She's on every pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view is her versus someone.
That's absolutely right. So it should be.
But it's the same finish every time. That's the problem I have.
But
other than the Charlotte match, which was the best one she's had.
Yeah, but then, though, this is the thing, what I was saying earlier, she doesn't have, at the moment, on Raw, the competition that makes it legitimate.
Sure.
I don't think she's losing for a while.
No, I don't think any of those characters, forget how good they are at wrestling, any of those characters have enough force or momentum behind them to be legitimate contenders.
But I don't think that's a legitimate reason to not be into her matches as much, because the competition around her hasn't been built up enough.
Yeah, but that's not her fault. She's going out there and putting on great matches, absolutely great matches.
This is the Roman Reigns argument. It's not his fault he was booked so badly, but he was just because
Roman wasn't innovating and doing things in a fresh way that got people excited.
I mean, she's got really cool moves, but it's the same finish every time, and that's kind of why I'm not feeling it as much now as I was, say, 6 months ago.
I think with Sam's point as well, it's also the same story going into each match.
Yeah. I don't know. Ronda is a great wrestler.
I think basically Brett and I will defend her to the hill, and, and you feel strongly about how you feel.
I think it's too soon to call on that stuff. Too soon.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's opinions, eh? Makes the world go round.
Yeah.
I'm just looking now. Ronda, looking at her wrestling database, she has had 10 singles matches, okay, and 8 of them have been won by submission, and the other two were by DQ.
Oh, right.
So obviously against Charlotte Flair at Survivor Series, and then the first Nia Jax match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
so I mean you're right.
I don't want to throw Ronda under the bus, because I think she's a great wrestler and she's an innovator, and it's really refreshing to see. My problem is with the division and the booking around her as opposed to her wrestling.
Yeah, and I could totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a valid point. It's a valid point. It doesn't bother me, but it is definitely a valid point. That was Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. Ronda retained, of course, and the final match we picked out as a key match, definitely before the pay-per-view anyway, on paper, was Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship.
Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus Corey Graves versus Renee Young.
The comms in this was uncomfortable, wasn't it? It was all
weird. It was weird.
I was going to say, like, I don't recall that much in the match, to be honest, like back, except for Seth Rollins hurting his knee, obviously.
Of course.
Knee heavy
match. What I focused on most was the commentary. It was so uncomfortable.
The commentary was so bad, it was distracting from the main match, I think.
Yeah, it totally did.
But you say that, although they still got "this is boring" chants, and obviously the crowd can't hear the commentary.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I thought those "this is boring" chants were very harsh, though.
I don't know. I didn't care for this match at all. Like, this should have been one of the hottest feuds of the year. Like, they broke up the Shield a few weeks ago when their best friend retired of cancer. And Dean turned on Seth at that night. This should be so hot. This should be red hot, this feud. It just felt meh.
They've broken up the Shield before.
I know, but this should have been hotter than it was. And it just wasn't.
Liking Dean Ambrose's new heel persona, and I saw sparks in this match where I was like, I think Dean Ambrose could go on to be a top heel.
I don't like Dean Ambrose. Don't like his wrestling style. Don't like his character. Don't like him as a person.
Don't like his wife. Don't like anything about his wife. Right. I thought this was too long and too slow, and just I think that this is boring. It's easy to sort of go, oh yeah, the crowd are. If they put a bit more effort in, then this match might have been a lot more interesting. But they've been there for like 3.5 hours already.
Yeah, it was too long. Yeah.
And but I agree with them saying it was boring. But I'm saying that as a viewer from home. So I want a good wrestling match, but I also want a good atmosphere. So I'm partly blaming the crowd as well.
But say, like, forget, if we look at the other 3 matches we've spoken about and sort of the intensity, the fire and the speed with which they all went at those matches, that they were exciting because of that. There was that intensity. There was that, like,
Yeah. The crowd was quite flat during Bryan Styles as well, really.
Yeah.
The crowd raised themselves, though, for the AJ Bryan match. They got the "This is awesome" chant, whereas this one, it never really took off. It kind of was very methodical, very much going through the motions.
It just felt like a TV match, like a midway through.
I feel like kind of Dean Ambrose could have been more heelish, and I thought Seth was all right, to be fair. I like his hop over the top rope leg drop. I thought that was kind of cool.
This is a guy who's been one of the most consistent, one of the best in WWE this year, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And John's right. Like, this feud should be huge. And I actually, when this match came up, I was like, okay, this should be good, because you think it really should be. And
I feel like I wonder if there's an argument though to say that this isn't as good because the feud generally is quite telegraphed. Like, they took such a long time pulling the trigger on the Dean Ambrose heel turn, and it was just all a bit kind of under the shadow of what happened with Roman as well.
Yeah, I think that
like
might
a very strange,
potentially
been a big factor in it, like the real world, real life sort of thing.
Like, I don't buy Dean Ambrose as a heel who props up the Shield and is bitter about it, because quite frankly, like, not 2 hours before he turned heel, you could see him crying on screen over a real life tragedy, really. Like, it's a weird one.
So you're on Team Graves?
Well, actually, I thought Corey Graves was a complete and utter dickhead.
Yeah, I've not been enjoying Corey Graves for a little while now.
Yeah, he does seem a bit off recently, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just gone off on a...
He's veering into JBL territory.
Yeah.
I think he's just fatigued. I mean, it's ridiculous that they've still got him on both shows. He is... I still like him, but having him on both shows, doing all the pay-per-views, he must be absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, how does he do that travel-wise? Because obviously Raw and SmackDown's in completely different towns.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And the thing is as well, like, kind of being a cutting-edge heel colour commentator, you're going to sometimes cross the line where things aren't going to be funny satire, and they are just going to be kind of come across as vindictive and kind of mean. And
even Michael Cole was saying, like, what is your problem here?
Yeah,
Michael Cole made
Michael
things so
Cole
much worse though, because he was kind of like a dad trying to separate two children.
Yeah, he was sort of acknowledging it in a way that just made more of it.
Yeah,
it's weird though, because obviously they've got in communication with like Vince all the time, so Vince was probably like feeding them lines. It just, I don't know what was going on there. It just felt so strange.
Yeah, Vince probably would have loved that. Let's play up the fact that she's the wife, even though they really shouldn't. Because, I mean, we've got a comment coming up later from a listener, which points to the fact that it is a bit strange that you've got this lovely sort of face commentator having to support her heel husband. It's just, it's an odd dynamic.
It's strange, but I kind of like it in a weird way, like having her as a face, but having her also support her heel husband. And there is a part of me that enjoys a commentator who is biased, you know, like kind of, I love JR and Stone Cold, and I loved Don Callis and Kenny Omega before Callis turned heel. And I kind of, I think there's something that could work with this, but it needs to become a little less about you're married and let's make weird comments about that, because that's just weird, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the 4 matches, the key matches that we picked out. Now we're going to talk about the best of the rest. We're going to each pick out a few moments that we enjoyed. Who wants to start us off? John.
Oh, excellent. I want to put over New Day versus Usos versus The Bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a match I wasn't very excited about because I felt like we've seen it a lot before.
100 times before, yeah.
Mm. But what I did take into account was that these 3 are amazing tag teams.
Yeah.
And they put on bloody great matches.
Yeah.
It's like really fast paced, amazing interchanges, great near falls and saves. It was just, I thought it was fantastic.
When the commentaries say that they're like 3 of the best teams of the modern era, that's not just WWE hyperbole, is it? They really are. They're just such great teams.
So good. Yeah.
I mean, the 3 of the only teams on SmackDown.
Yeah, but still, there's still 3 of the best tag teams around. Yeah. We don't need to have a dig at SmackDown.
I'm punchy today. I'm having a go.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match too, John. I thought the end was a bit quick and a bit odd, but otherwise, I love watching all of these people.
Yeah, they just can't have a bad match, can they? Even if
they really can't.
Seen them a lot. Sam, any other best of the rest for you?
I loved Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. I thought that was a great match.
I like the first half of it.
Hard hitting, cool wrestling. Happy for Finn to go over. I didn't expect that.
That was the biggest surprise of this pay-per-view.
Yeah. I like the way it finished as well with Dolph Ziggler getting involved, because that kind of keeps him slightly relevant, which is rare for him.
Oh, come on. Dolph's been killing
it. He has. But I'm glad that it's not just been as a kind of, just to prop Drew up and then go back to obscurity. Like, he's still about in the picture.
Yeah.
I thought this was just a good match, a good solid match with some very painful looking chops.
Oh
yeah. Finn's chest was very red.
That first one straight on the nipple as well. Oh God.
It's the last place you want.
As a man who's taken a chop from Sam to the nipple, I know, Finn. If you're listening.
Love how like a chop from me is comparable to a chop from Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen Drew McIntyre's arms?
Yeah. Have you seen Sam's arms?
Yes. That's what I'm making the comment.
That's the problem. Yeah, when this match came, I thought, actually, I'm up for this, because I've been guilty of skipping through a lot of Raw recently, as we all have, if we've even watched it at all. And I thought, I'm up for this. I'm up for a Drew match. I'm up for actually watching Drew McIntyre again, because he is really good. And I thought that in the first half. Yeah. He's just really good at what he does. And these guys
especially for a guy his size.
Yeah. They're just 2 sort of perfect specimens. I think Vince must be a big fan of this match, because they're both in amazing shape. That the tilt the world backbreaker that McIntyre did.
That was
so fast. I love it.
I mean,
so
also
smooth.
the belly to back, where he just literally chucked Finn halfway across the ring.
Yeah, just launched him.
This match had a real good big guy, small guy dynamic, where they made Drew look powerful, they made Finn look fast, and I really enjoyed this match a lot. I think kind of for a shorter mid-card kind of match, it was a real palate cleanser.
Yeah, I did like it too. Brett, anything else that you wanted to pick out apart from the triple threat tag team?
You're gonna all disagree with me, but I love
mixed match
the
challenge.
Fact that that they put together Carmella and R-Truth, because that means we get more R-Truth on the TV, and that guy is just...
I won't disagree with that.
Brilliant. He's just got such a infectious energy that is just
very good.
Great.
Better than he has any right to
ripped.
be.
He's ripped as well.
Yeah, and he's great, and their like thing together is fun, and I loved it.
You're right.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Happy. I was trying to watch a bit of TLC before I went to work on Monday, and I saw this match was on first. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have a shower. So I had a shower, came out, and then R-Truth was just waltzing with Carmella in the middle of the ring. I was like, oh, excellent. I've skipped the worst bit and we're watching the best bit.
I thought you meant you needed a cold shower because you're so damn excited.
Yeah. The thing is, right,
if only...
I've watched a couple of... I haven't watched all of it. I wish I had. But I have watched a few episodes of the Mixed Match Challenge, and it is a lot of fun. Like,
it does look really fun.
Just silly.
A lot of fun. Yeah, it's just like... people with great personalities and characters, and you know they bring more of the comedy and stuff into the matches. It's great.
Yeah.
So with like R-Truth and Carmella walking away after the big joke reveal about Connecticut, with like Carmella like
so good,
exasperated
so
but smiling. Would you guys watch a sitcom starring R-Truth and Carmella?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I just watched it with R-Truth. I just want to follow him around.
If they did like one of their spin-offs of the programs on the network, Divas or whatever it is, and it was R-Truth and Carmella, I would watch it religiously.
Would it be just called R-Truth?
Me too.
And it would every episode would end with them smiling at the screen and R-Truth looking confused. By the way, I hope R-Truth comes out as number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble. That would be really funny.
I was going to say, it's great that we're going to see him in the Rumble. It's a shame that we know who the 30th entrant is already, but it is great we'll see him. I also wanted to say that Carmella's Code of Silence, the finisher for that is a great move.
Such a cool finisher.
Yeah,
that looked
it's a good finisher.
Really good.
Yeah.
Didn't see that though because I was obviously sudsing myself up.
Oh God. Code of Silence for you, I think. Other things that I enjoyed. Well, I mean, I'm surprised that you didn't call this out, Brett, because we basically had a match which is your wet dream, which was Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. After months and months of him being on our screens a lot, he finally got the beatdown he deserved. Surely you enjoyed that.
Well, do you know what? They did it and they did it again on Raw, but like they did, I can't remember who it was with. Oh, wasn't it with the person that deserved it because he turned out to be a real piece of work. But like that, so many people against one person, it just suddenly makes the supposed good guys like bad guys, doesn't it?
I did laugh out loud when Braun was like, I brought backup, and it was the first person revealed
was Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews, yeah.
I was like, that's not it, is it?
I thought it's going to be a one-on-one.
It's going to be hard to do a step down from Nicholas, but you managed it.
Yeah, that was funny. That was very funny.
Braun's good on the mic, right?
Yeah, he's decent.
I think he's got a great voice for his character. I think he's really good. Oh, I would say that.
I actually thought this whole thing was quite good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good fun. Again,
I thought this was going to be my worst of the rest. I thought this was
let's segue into worst of the rest, and we can split the team again.
No, we don't consider. If you don't consider it as a match, you just consider it as just a bit of story progression and a bit of fun.
Yeah, but if that's the case, why was it on a bloody pay-per-view? Why was this on Raw? This pay-per-view had 10 bloody matches. Because why not put this on bloody Raw?
Because it had been built up as this big TLC match with the stipulation. There were big stipulations, and now we know that we've got Braun against Brock at not WrestleMania, at the Royal Rumble. And I loved the way at the end Strowman comes. I love Heath Slater's involvement as ref, and then I love Strowman coming in and just putting his foot on. I was like, yes.
And do you know what? I'm going to fly the flag here for Mr. Corbin, who I think is doing a decent job as a heel.
Yeah, agreed.
I like him as the commissioner, actually. I think
he's very hateable, so yeah, he's doing a great job.
There we go.
One more best of the rest from me, and then if you guys have got any. I know you're not a fan of it sounds like you're not going to be a fan of the Natalya Ruby Riott match. But
oh my God, what are you doing?
The powerbomb at the end, when she did the powerbomb through the table, and the way she landed it, and then she sort of like popped her jacket, I thought that looked really great. I thought that was really cool. And I think
I tell you what, in this
Natalia, actually,
I didn't hate that
go
match
to town
either. I didn't hate that match at all.
Guys, we are not going to have a
I hate that
podcast by the end of this because there are going to
Oh,
be...
I hated that match so much. Although I loved Liv Morgan's table.
Oh,
match.
she
that was the best part
flew.
of that match.
She flew. That was amazing.
I tell you what, one of the best videos I've watched in this year of wrestling is an up-down video of Liv Morgan using a VR headset. And it is the best thing I've ever seen. She's amazing.
Okay, I'm with you on Camp Liv Morgan, so...
Yeah.
and then, I'm really sorry, but I had one more note, and I think this is worth mentioning because we talked about the Becky punching Nia, the little promo, the payback. But at the end, when she said, "Keep my name out of your mouth,"
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, that sounded Scottish, didn't it, when I did it?
Yeah.
But that was brilliant. She's so good.
Oh, actually, I really love the line that Charlotte said during their match where the man always bows down to the queen.
To the Queen.
Yeah.
Queen, yeah. God, that was lovely.
The
That
man
was-
versus the Queen versus the Empress. There's a lot going on there.
There really is. Worst of the rest. Let's get negative. Something we never, ever do.
Go to hell, Ronda Rousey. No. Right. Come on. Right. There's two things. We're going to...
I know where Sam's
table
going.
Natalia Ruby Riott for a bit because that was just dumb. Let's talk about chairs matches.
Oh, yes.
A chairs match is the stupidest thing in all of WWE. It is so dumb. It's just call it a hardcore match. Like, if you're going to have a chairs match, have some kind of chair-based stipulation, like first person to make your opponent sit down on a chair for 10 seconds or some crap like that. But don't just call it a chairs match and just, rubbish.
It is the worst stipulation. The one that always comes to my mind as well when I think chairs match is Baron Corbin versus Kalisto. I don't know why.
A classic of the genre.
Just awful.
Although in this match, that seated senton that Rey Mysterio did looked really painful.
Oh, no, I'm getting confused. What about the absolutely incredible sliding chair splash?
Okay, that was kind of cool.
That was amazing. I
But
thought.
like,
I've never seen anything like
put
that.
it in a hardcore match. Don't have a chairs match. It's the only thing
I'm with
worse
Sam, I
than the
hate
chairs
chair
match was
matches.
that stairs match between Luke Harper and Big Show a few years ago,
Big Show, yeah.
which was fucking.
I'm
chairs
sorry,
match.
but I don't think we've had enough big props for Mysterio sliding chair splash. John, surely you love that.
I don't remember that bit.
Oh, you're probably having another shower or something.
Yeah.
There was a bit where Orton was down on the ground on the outside, and Mysterio dived onto a chair on his belly, like a luge. Is it a luge? The one where you go down on your front?
Oh, yeah.
He did a skeleton.
Or there's a skeleton bob. The luge, you're on your front, right?
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Can't remember. One of those. Doesn't really matter. But he was on his
We
front.
need to make it accurate,
He was
guys.
going face first. And he slides on the mat, on the apron, off the apron, and lands down on Orton with the chair.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, he's done that without a
Where
chair,
were you,
hasn't he?
John?
I'm
That was
sure
the
I've
best part.
seen it.
It's one of my best parts of the whole night.
Don't remember. I mean, I like the finish where Ray did that weird head scissors into the roll up. That was cool.
Hold
Oh
on.
no, that
Hold
looked
on.
awkward. Where he
I
ran
thought that
along
was
the
bad.
chairs. Yeah, that was bad.
I'm starting to think that John doesn't watch any of these pay-per-views, and he's just like reading highlights from
Just showering.
from reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Doing.
spends 4 hours in the shower.
Washing the stink of the chairs match off you.
Yeah, comes out like a little prune. Anyway,
Hey, what do you call me?
yeah, okay, chairs matches, they can definitely be included in the worst of the rest section. I did want to say the crowd, because at most of the matches, particularly the early ones, I put, okay match, but crowd was a bit flat, or crowd was quiet, or crowd seemed disinterested. And that really does affect things for me.
I don't know if you can blame the crowd for that, though, can you?
I mean,
If you do look at the
how long
card,
was it?
it was 4 hours.
Yeah.
And plus they had the pre-show, so it's
Yeah.
5 hours. And a lot of the matches were a bit meh.
Yeah, I mean, I thought most of it was entertaining enough. It wasn't all great wrestling, but
Yeah, no, I overall I didn't like a lot of the matches, but I enjoyed watching the pay-per-view.
yeah, it was better than a lot that we've seen.
Yeah, well,
So,
we'll do our overall
yeah.
rank in a minute, and I reckon it will do okay. But
I just think it's crazy for fans to pay all that money to go to a show
Yeah.
to just like
not even try.
you say to
Just
not
go
be in the
boo
mood
and say, like,
to
this
Well,
is boring.
you see it even on the indie scene, don't you? Where it's not like fans try to make it almost about them more than the rest of the
which
tournament.
I get so fed up with.
It's weird and entitled and subversive, like just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. I do want to point out Natalya Ruby Riott.
Oh, the match itself was okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
The whole storyline.
Okay.
I'm totally with you on the storyline.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
was
Me
watching
too.
this on what are they on Raw, and I was just thinking, what are they doing? This is so uncomfortable. Like when she broke the glasses, and that match ended, and I was like, is this match over? She's just like, she literally has just lost her dad.
Yeah.
And she's bawling her eyes out, and the camera right in there, and this is awkward.
We did
What's happening with the match? No, the Riot Squad are just leaving. What's going on?
Yeah.
So
this
bad.
is something that would have fit. We did our top 5 bad taste moments, and obviously I don't think it would have quite got in there with some of those ones, but it would have been on a long list because
it's a tame, rubbish version of what would have made that kind of.
I mean, I guess
it was just awkward, and
I bet Natalya probably would say, my dad would have been behind this, and I'm sure he would have been, or whatever. But no matter what, I mean, it's just one of those examples, I think, of something that if they tried to do that over here in England, like let's see NXT UK, one of the wrestlers' dads die, and there'd be a lot of complaints and a lot of sort of people saying, no, this is not right, but just get away with it.
And then, does it really fuck with your head to take out a table with a picture of you on it and go through that? Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah.
Just the pictures on the tables. Oh,
but then I guess
bad.
nobody knows what Ruby Riot's dad looks like, so...
Sid Vicious.
The wrestler.
Oh yeah, there's a wrestler called Sid Vicious as well.
I was going to say, I was like, really?
Can we spread that rumour?
I didn't know that bit of trivia.
Yeah, that is incredible trivia.
It's definitely true.
It's definitely true.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, any other worst of the rest, or should we just move on?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to talk about star performer. I'm going to go first. I'm going to give it to Charlotte, I think, because once again she had a great match. She took some huge bumps, like the first spot through the table when Asuka chucked her through the table, and it was a bit low, wasn't it? She took most of that on the back of her head, rather than on her back and shoulders. That was rough. Obviously, the Lynch drop onto her, and there's just nothing quite like watching a riled up Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte brought the most rage to that match.
Yeah. I love watching angry, dishevelled Charlotte. And
slightly psychotic.
Yeah, and I just think she's just brilliant again and again and again. And she gets my star performer. John.
I'm going to go with Asuka, I think long-deserved title reign. And she put a great match. She's been an amazing performer since she's come over to WWE. Long deserved.
To NXT, and then, I mean, it's been a year, hasn't it? They said it's been a year since she got her call up. So,
wow,
you can't say it's been a great year, but that's obviously not her fault. But just putting that out there because you said she's been amazing since she came to WWE.
Well, even though obviously she's not been massively in the title picture since WrestleMania, she's still putting on solid matches. She's great in the Mixed Match Challenge with Miz.
Yeah,
she was very funny in the Mixed Match Challenge with Miz. Did you see the promo they cut together?
One where she slapped him.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, she is good at that, actually.
Okay. Yeah, she's really over the crowd. Like the crowd love her.
Yeah,
which is good to see.
Brett, Ronda. Okay, no, who is it?
No, I can stick with that.
I mean,
just to get that little, poke at Sam.
Yeah, why not? Sam, who are you going to go with?
Do you know what? I was going to go for Daniel Bryan, but you've sold me on Charlotte. She was fantastic in this pay-per-view.
She was. She took some.
Yeah, she was very good.
Yes. Good stuff, Charlotte. 2 votes for Charlotte. She's the winner. Overall rank up next. We're going to give the pay-per-view a score out of 10 and then work out an average. Sam, is your calculator ready?
Calculator. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Good. You ready? Okay. Scores out of 10. Let's do it. John.
6.
Brett.
7.
Sam.
6.
Adam. 7. 6.5 out of 10.
Made it very easy.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Faster Than My Calculator.
Yes! Screw you, calculator.
Adam wins again.
So 6.5 out of 10. So that places it just above SummerSlam. Actually, yeah, SummerSlam wasn't all that great.
Above SummerSlam?
Yeah. There was a lot wrong with SummerSlam.
There was a lot.
I feel like a lot of our ratings are going to be kind of straddling from 6 to 7.
Yeah, well, we had Survivor Series 7.3, Hell in a Cell 7.8. So, yeah.
Hell in a Cell was great. Oh, I'm going to go back and watch that.
Let's just go back and watch that. I tell you what, every week next year we'll just watch Hell in a Cell. And every week we'll come back with one little detail. Hey, do you remember that guy in the fourth row when he took off his glasses? Yeah. That was excellent.
But do you remember Brock Lesnar coming back and ripping a door off the cell? It was mental.
Okay, 6.5 out of 10 for TLC. I did put a little note here to mention the Raw shake-up, and I put that before I watched Raw and saw what happened, and really there's nothing to say.
I was going to say, there was no shake-up, was there?
No.
Have you seen the call-ups?
No, well, we know about Lars Sullivan coming up, but do you know someone else?
Yeah, they've announced other ones.
Oh, no, I missed that.
Who?
Oh, okay. I'm going to try to do this off the dome, so correct me if I'm wrong. Or don't, because you wouldn't know. So Lars Sullivan obviously coming up. Nikki Cross. Heavy Machinery.
Oh, dear. That's
I like Otis Dozovich.
I hate Heavy Machinery.
He's a weirdo.
He's quite funny, Dozovich, but yeah.
EC3?
Yeah,
EC3.
makes sense.
It makes sense. Massive, tanned, muscly man.
Muscles. Good to see
that's all
they're
I can
really
remember.
shaking it up then.
Yeah.
No, it's like, we're gonna
Lacey
do
Evans.
Things.
Lacey Evans.
That could be good. She's a good character.
Seems early.
Really good character.
It could. Vince has so had a hand in this.
Yeah. Of
The
course.
shake-up was meant to be, Vince, that you leave it alone and let Triple H take over.
Yeah.
It's weird they didn't call up Aleister Black, I think.
I think Aleister Black needs to be a Rumble call-up or something.
Yeah, he needs to be a big deal. I reckon, maybe he'll actually be part of the Rumble and then maybe he'll win it. Probably not. Anyway, that was the Raw Shake-Up Roundup. And after this, we're going to get some listener comments with John.
Back of the neck of Charlotte into the hardest part of the ring, courtesy of Carmella.
Give it to Carmella, wisely using the ring to her advantage.
So, do you want some listener comments?
Yes.
Let's do it.
So Carl Luckhurst has been in touch. He says, mediocre at best. Fast forward through most of it. Only 2 TLC matches, and one of those was the Braun Corbin catastrophe.
Loved it.
Women's TLC was decent and opens up for some great matches. Bryan versus AJ was good too. Rest could easily be missed, except for Liv. Yes, Liv.
Yeah. Flying Liv Morgan.
Carl's a Liv fan.
Lightning87 has also been in touch. He says, like most of it, incorporate the pre-show and turn it down to a brisk 4 hours total, and I think it would be a grade A show. No 5+ hour pay-per-view will keep the live crowd's attention enough to have a great show, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
4 hours is pushing that.
WrestlePlug's also been in touch. He says, once again, WWE ruins its own product by saturating us with 5 hours. Learn from NXT, Vince, you decrepit, cretinous shit.
Wow. I mean,
harsh but fair.
Yeah, can't disagree with that.
He also says, women once again stole the show. Dean and Seth were exposed for the overrated characters and lack thereof they are. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, damning.
Old Mr. Beerface, the last one, he says, Ambrose Renee stuff is bizarre. Essentially a face commentator sticking up for a heel wrestler because they're together in real life. Just really badly done. I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Last thought, Flair Lynch can get up from the table wreckage, but seemingly not a gentle Rousey ladder push.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Asuka is very much the Mankind to the other two's Rock and Stone Cold, which is fine, I guess.
Hell yeah. Mankind's best in the world.
Sam and old Mr. Beerface on a level.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting in touch, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Now we're going to do hardest question of the week.
Question of the week.
So, hardest question of the week. I stuck out on Twitter on Sunday night. TLC no longer stands for tables, ladders and chairs. Which trio of weapons should replace them? And we got some very funny ones. So you guys, I'll read them out. You decide which is the best. Powerbomb said train tracks, ladles and chihuahuas.
Okay.
Will Superkick suggests tacks, lances, and candelabras. Captain Stupid
Sounds like a
Beard.
game of Cluedo.
Captain Stupid Beard said trebuchets, legions, and catapults.
Ooh, medieval.
Okay.
I like that one.
MJ from U Total Cult said tea bags, lettuce, and chainsaws.
Mixed bag.
Russell Plug again, tiramisu, lattes, and calamari.
I'm on that one.
This is just making me hungry, guys.
Lightning 87, tasers, lasers, and cheese.
I feel like you had it and you lost it.
Yeah, you're so close.
And finally, Broken but Glorious said you could do a I'm a Celebrity style eating challenge called testicles, locusts, and camel toes. Maybe between
camel toes.
Wow.
Oof.
And then he suggests maybe between two vegans, just for giggles. Get Daniel Bryan involved in that.
Okay. Yeah.
He would not be happy.
I like the trial one.
I had one in honour of last year's TLC.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking we could have Jason Jordan versus Elias in a turnips, lettuce, and carrots match.
Hey.
Wow. That's not going to make my shortlist. I'd say, for me, I'd probably go for tiramisu, lattes, and calamari. Because if I was front row, then I might get to enjoy some of that. If not, maybe tea bags, lettuce, and chainsaws from MJ.
Would you trust calamari thrown at you by a wrestler?
Oh, I tell you what, if the New Day came out and threw calamari, I would be there front row every week.
Wow. You're a big calamari fan, Sam.
Yeah,
I love calamari.
Okay, we're going to cut that out as a little stick.
There's nothing fishy about that.
Nice one. Okay, that was the hardest question of the week. I think we've solved that one. Thanks for everybody who got involved. And after this, we're going to do the giveaway.
Right on the apron. The spine run right down the apron. The apron doesn't give a damn. Your body does.
Okay, giveaway time. In episode 50, we set up our biggest ever giveaway, and we're giving away a lot of stuff. A Hardest Part of the Ring t-shirt of your choice. So we've got two designs that are available to order right now on hardestpartofthering.bigcartel.com, just to squeeze that in. But you get to choose which t-shirt you want. There's a Golden Age screen print designed by Brett. There's an original, other original Brett artwork. There's a Boogeyman figure. There's a David Starr bowler card and sticker. There's an enamel cane pin and loads of other stuff. And we had loads of entries. Basically, you had to retweet and share and like a load of stuff on Twitter and Instagram. And as is tradition, I have fed all of the names into the random thing picker, which is available online. Haven't done this for ages. We haven't done a giveaway for so long.
Wow.
No, it's been a while.
Firstly, I'm going to pick out the two runners-up. Okay, there are two runners-up prizes. I think they consist of a couple of stickers and things like that. First one is going to JP Zammit.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations, JP. Please give us a DM on Twitter and send us your address and we'll get that sent out. The second runner-up prize goes to Alan Rolfe.
Alan.
Well done, Alan.
Alan.
Well done. And finally, this is it. Let's have a bit of a drum roll, guys. The big one. For shed loads of prizes. And let's not forget that Brett is going to have to pack all this up and post it. He's going to have to go to the post office. It's a big deal for us. The winner of our 50th episode biggest giveaway ever is Graham.
Yay, good old Graham.
Graham, to be more
Graham.
precise, GBMTH Cross on Twitter. Graham on Twitter, who I think is a fairly new listener, at least in the last sort of 6 or 7 episodes, I think. But well done, Graham. We will be sending all of that stuff to you as soon as you send us your address. I say as soon as, maybe we'll let Brett send it to you after Christmas, because he hasn't done any of his shopping, as we know. But yeah, Graham, when you receive that, be sure to send us a picture of you wearing every item and with every single poster on your wall. That'd be excellent. Well done, Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So where are we? That is the last podcast of the year. It's been a great year. Thank you to everybody for listening throughout the year, all those that have. We are obviously not here next week because everyone's going to be celebrating Christmas. We're not here the week after that either because we're having a nice little holiday. And then we are back for our New Japan Wrestle Kingdom pod, That's happening on the 4th of January, so we're going to review that, which should be amazing. It's going to be very long, but it's going to be amazing.
Like 9 hours wrestling.
And then the week after that, this is also very exciting. We've got the NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool, which will be our first opportunity to talk about NXT UK, which could also be very interesting.
Quite this same ring as TakeOver Brooklyn, does it?
TakeOver Blackpool. Yeah. Okay. So that is coming up in a few weeks. Brett, how do people get in touch?
They can email us at hardestpartofthering@gmail.com, or you can tweet or message again on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter. We are at Hardest Part Pod, and you can check out our shop, which is hardestpartofthering.bigcartel.com.
Yeah. Everybody who entered the competition, absolutely gutted they didn't win the t-shirt. Just go and buy one. Why not? Sure, you've got loads of spare cash at this time of year. Thank you for listening, as I said, and until 2019 is goodbye from me, Adam. Goodbye from Sam.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Goodbye from John.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And goodbye from Brett.
Goodbye.
That was the hardest part of the ring.
That is the hardest part of that ring.
On the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring.
I love calamari. I love calamari. I love calamari.